Hello, all of you vaingloriously wonderful people. This is the Bravado Gauntlet Interceptor. I almost called it the Hellfire. And I'm about to find out if it'll off-road. We are continuing with the Chop Shop season of Will It Off-Road. And man, I tell you what, because of the delay for Will It Off-Road in the snow that month, we might actually be on to a summer DLC before we finish the Chop Shop season of Will It Off-Road. Because this video goes live on May 6th, and wow, yeah, we're starting to get close to summer now. So, yeah, happy May, by the way. May 5th, May Day, yesterday. Good job. I think that's right. I don't know. When is May Day? I have no idea. However, if you know what May Day is, not like the emergency warning, you know, a ship in trouble, but May space day. If you know about it, leave a comment down below. Don't Google. That's cheating. But you could have seen this video on March the 29th, maybe the 30th, if you were a channel member, because channel members get early access to 100% of my videos that go live on my channel. Sometimes it's 6, 7, even 8 weeks. Sometimes it's a couple hours. It just depends on the video and how time sensitive it is. But regardless, members get early access. And all channel supporters get access on the Vainglorious Discord server to the Vainglorious HQ, the headquarters of Vainglorious, where I post links to behind-the-scenes versions of all of the community videos, as well as some IRL stuff, like I got an updated setup tour that may already be live for supporters by this time. I don't know yet. I'm not sure where it's going to fit into my production schedule. Haven't recorded it yet. Mainly because my setup's kind of torn apart right now as I work on upgrading the acoustic treatment in my room. But you can get access to those supporter videos one of 4 ways. One, of course, being a member right here on YouTube, and I greatly appreciate the support either way, any way that you would choose to show it. It is definitely above and beyond, but I do appreciate that. Number 2 is you can be a Twitch subscriber at twitch.tv/Vainglorious Gaming. Number 3 is make a pledge over on patreon.com/Vainglorious. And number 4 is right on the Vainglorious Discord server itself under the server shop. And you can purchase a server subscription and get access to the HQ that way. For the first 3, is you have to have your service linked to Discord. For Discord itself, you just have to be a member of the Vainglorious Discord server. Of course, there's also the ability to purchase sponsorships, where you can sponsor a video through the Vainglorious Discord server. So nobody's taking advantage of that yet, but it's kind of a cool option. So we didn't talk about the car at all, but we are up 2 minutes 43. Will it off-road? Yeah, and there's not a lot really to talk about this car because everything about it is overshadowed by its price tag. Even if you get the trade price, it is still outrageously overpriced. By the way, I failed to mention, in the top left-hand corner, we have Commander Hobo. In the top right, we have Sparing Donkey. And on the damage descent for this vehicle, we will add in a 4th perspective with the other Brandon, the British Brandon. But yeah, the Gauntlet is it's outrageously expensive, so I don't know, it's hard to take any performance it has and say, wow, that's really good, but then not also realize that it's millions of dollars more than everything that we're about to talk about, which, out of 420 vehicles, love it, ooh, don't love that. Yeah, I didn't hit the brakes hard enough. Or maybe they just weren't good enough. But not too much of a tragedy so far. I just got to figure out a way back up. But out of 420 vehicles that we've tested as of this car, it is 88. It is 0.03 seconds slower than its Taipan and 0.23 seconds faster than the Jugular. Compared to the Gauntlet Hellfire, which this is a teeny tiny bit more powerful, teeny tiny bit more grippy those two teeny tinies make a big difference when you're driving up the mountain, apparently, because compared to the Gauntlet Hellfire, this is 37.1 seconds faster up the mountain. And most of that comes down to the grip, because the Hellfire was a bit of a handful to get up the mountain. There we go. We're back up. I wasn't quite sure which way it was down. In emergency vehicles, we've tested 9. It is first. It is 0.27 seconds faster than the Vapid Unmarked Cruiser. And in Chop Shop, as of this vehicle, we've tested 15 from the DLC. It is 9th, so lower half. It is 0.52 seconds slower than the Impaler LX. Let that sink in. And then that same split to the Unmarked Cruiser Donkey. Wrong end pointing up there, buddy. There you go. You're fine. Just a bit of an issue he had there. So yeah, in just a moment, when we switch to a 4-way split on the video, Hobo will stay in the top left. Donkey will move down to the bottom left, and British Brandon will be up in the top right, and then I will be down in the bottom right. Just to give you a little hint of what's to come. But yeah, the control descent in this thing was not the greatest. It hasn't been, but I don't know, a week since we've recorded this, and I'm finally doing this voiceover. But I don't remember the brakes being that bad. But maybe I was just being a bad driver that day. Nah, it's not possible. Right? Sure. Anyway, coming down, finally off the mountain, down to the last little bit of twisty trail here that is on asphalt, to wrap up our control descent, which has definitely been not so controlled. But we are down 3 minutes 26 seconds, and there's Hobo's jump, nice and flat. There's Donkey's nice barrel roll, but look at that landing. So we're back at the top of Mount Chiliad. Raven was able to join us. He was a little late. But we now have all 4 views. Raven is going to go bonk. Yeah, it happens. So it's the damage descent where we fling all of our cars off the top of the mountain to see what type of damage they sustain, because it's just kind of fun. This bit of the World Off-Road is always just for fun. Though it does help us understand if, you know, newer cars have a damage model and things and what parts can fall off of them. You know, we always have the group shedding of body parts as we go down the mountain. You know, so it does help you understand a little bit about, you know, how the vehicle deals with different damage. So in that aspect, it's kind of cool. I'm, once again, struggling a little bit. What am I, the last one right now? No, I'm a little bit ahead of Raven, but it's only because he's stuck on a rock. Caught up with Hobo and caught up with Donkey. Huh, okay, and I went from just dead last to first, but that's not going to last long. And yes, the video is slightly out of sync. Not really sure what happened on this one. The same thing I used to synchronize is in use in this video, and we usually stay over the course of the video. It might get off 4 or 5 frames, but in this one, in the course of like a minute, it got off 4 or 5 frames. So apologies that it's not perfectly in sync. Each run starts off pretty close to being in sync, if not perfectly in sync, but over time it gets a little out of sync. Oh, Raven and I are just, I don't know what I was thinking. I don't know how I thought Raven was going to be able to get out of that with me just shoving against his car. I was like, move! I was even yelling at him to move, and it's just like, huh. Oh yes, Donkey has the bootleg Starsky and Hutch vehicle, so that's a reminder to disable in-game chat, because I keep forgetting to do it. But we're finally down. Didn't clear the wood pile or quite. We just drove up the side, but we're down 2 minutes 18, basically 19 seconds. Let's take a look at the damage on the Gauntlet Interceptor. 3 of the windows are broken. Most of the non-wee-woo lights are gone. The bumpers, the hood, and the right fender are all back up on Mount Chiliad. The left door won't close. It actually looks like the right one's fine. And it does have bent wheels. Of course, we will take a look at our support vehicles. First from the front, And yeah, pretty banged up. And oh, good, the wheels are gone. And then from the back, and then that's going to bring us to our next vehicle. The Canis Terminus. We're keeping it all within the whatever GTA equivalent of Stellantis is for today's video. I had high hopes for this vehicle when it came out. When it was... The day it was released, I recorded my normal, hey, here's a new car video, here's all the customization. And I did spend a bit of time off-roading with it, and came away from that time really impressed. And very hopeful that maybe we can see a new #1 vehicle. I don't know. Keep watching. It does really well. The Terminus's main issue off-road compared to our current #1 vehicle of the Draugr is it doesn't handle the bumps as well. The Draugr, when you go over any uneven terrain, the suspension just soaks it up. When you land going over a bump, the suspension just soaks it up. Whereas this has a bit of recoil and a bit of bounce. And because of that, it makes it a little more challenging. I did a very rare thing, and I actually practiced a couple times with the Terminus going up the mountain. Normally I don't, because I've driven up the mountain enough that I know where all the different bumps are and everything, and I just turn in the run I turn in. But on this I wanted to practice, and this is actually the best of the 3 that I did. So wow, it looks like it was going to rain. I don't know if it rained on this or not. Also, I'm not really sure, on Raven's video it's a little, just a tiny bit grainier than normal. We'll have to look into his settings and see what his bitrate is. But this looks, I don't know, a little. Oh no, it's Donkey down there in the bottom left. My bad. Raven's in the top right. Yeah, Donkey in the bottom left. We'll have to look at his settings and see what's what, because it does look a little off compared to the way it was earlier and everybody else's. And I think they all 3 use the same software to record. But yeah, that's the big thing for the Terminus. It's going up against, I've got the spreadsheet over here. It's going up against a 21220, which I think we can see, yeah, that's 7 seconds away. We're not going to take over and have a brand new #1 vehicle today, which is sad. That's not to say it doesn't get first in one of its categories, because it definitely does. But we are up 2 minutes, 20 seconds. So will it off-road? Yes. By the way, it's hard for me to get like the big excitement and normal pitch change in my voice today. Allergies are going absolutely nuts today. Being able to speak is, this is it. This is all I've got. Being able to do my normal intonations and things, a little more challenging. But out of 421 vehicles that we have tested, the Terminus #5, it is 0.77 seconds slower than a La Carouse and 0.7 seconds faster than the Shinobi. In terms of off-road vehicles, it is second. It is 8.4 seconds slower than the Draugr and 1.87. Wow, everybody's having issues. Like, everybody's having issues right now. 1.87 seconds faster than the Vagrant. However, in Chop Shop, it is the new #1 out of 16. It is a whopping 13.27 seconds faster than the Baller STD, which is just kind of nuts, because the Baller did really well, I thought. But yeah, you know, things happen. And when those things happen, you should be playing Will It Off-Road Bingo so that you can become our 6th winner ever. There is a link in the description down below. Once you get there, you click on Generate a New Card, and then you just tap on things that are on your card if they happen in the video. And if you get bingo, leave it in the comments. Or you can come tell us about it on the Vainglorious Discord server, where we would love to have you join. Yeah, see, the way this thing lands, it rolled right there for me, and it's doing it for everybody. Yeah, we'd love to have you on the Vainglorious Discord server. If you join and you're playing the game on the same platform as we are recording or live streaming for a community event, you're welcome to join us. But even if you don't have that same platform or same game, we have a couple hundred people that play on every platform and every type of game you can imagine. Plus, we have a ton of IRL, different channels and things like that. And we've just recently kind of relaxed, you know, some of our moderation, made everything a little more community conversation friendly. Not pedestrian friendly, though. They are not allowed on Mount Chiliad. They're just not. NPCs not allowed on my mountain. I mean, it is. This mountain belongs to the Vainglorious. I've said it a bajillion times. You know the story. But we are down 216. Let's take a look at everybody's jumps. I thought Hobo was going to go over. Donkey, I didn't even see his jump. I'm sorry, Donkey, missed it. But Raven, yeah, bailed as usual. How he doesn't die when that happens, I don't know. But we are back to the top for our damage descent, where we will fling all of our different canises off the top. Donkey once again going for the cinematic camera. Does look kind of cool in several of the shots. I got a pretty decent launch, but that's going to insta-stop almost as I hit a tree and give everybody else a moment to catch up. Sorry for the brief pause and commentary there. Had to cough. Like I said, allergies today. They're rough. They're bad. It's like one of those days where you wake up and it's just like, can't breathe, can't talk. And just everything is, you're just one big clogged sinus. Yeah, it's fun. Allergies are great. And, you know, I live in an area where I swore I'd never live again when I was younger, when I moved away. That happens to have a lot of different plant life that really trigger my seasonal allergies. So it's pretty much a year-round thing here for me. I need to move. I need to go somewhere else. One of these days when I have enough channel support, I'll be able to just go live wherever I want. You know, not in lavish luxury or anything, but, you know, in a decent place. But, yeah. We're almost down. Everybody's bouncing off of everybody. And it's been a good time. I had a lot of fun in this World Offroad. We had a lot of laughs, and we really, really enjoyed ourselves. And I'm kind of looking forward to what's coming up for us tomorrow. For you, it was on April 1st. I hope you enjoyed that. But we are down for the damage descent as I get booted. 147. Let's take a look at the damage on the Terminus. Most of the windows and half of all the lights are gone. 3 doors, the rear bumper are missing. The hood won't close. It has bent wheels and slight body damage. And I don't know if you noticed it as we were falling down the mountain, but every time I lost a door, it rendered in as a full door model instead of just the small tube doors that I actually have. There's our sport vehicles from the front, and then from the back as Donkey blows up Raven's vehicle. But that's going to do it for this week's Will It Offroad. I believe next week we are back again with Will It Offroad. I can't remember. There's so many different things that are scheduled out. But I'm pretty sure it's going to be some drift vehicles. But thank you so much for watching. There are thousands of things that you could have watched today on YouTube. And you chose my Will It Offroad video. So I appreciate that. And until next time, I'm Brandon, reminding you to stay vainglorious.